Hey guys, what is up? It's RL Raiders, and today I'm bringing back a very old series from my channel where I just analyze threes games which are at a decently high level now. On my team we have Zephinux RL, we have George Burke 12, two very good friends of mine, and we have me of course. And then on the other team we have, I believe that was Team Shazoo, but they've changed. But that's Aeon Hart, a very good, very skillful ones player, Clint Sinclair and MX22. Who are very good threes players, and what I'll basically be doing is doing the do's and don'ts of threes and standard threes, because me, George and Zeph, we pushed all the way from like rising stars, superstars, or shooting stars rather, all the way to the top 100 of the PS4 leaderboards, and Zephinux currently is sitting at like 12th or around there. So this is some high level gameplay, and I'm gonna get back and I'm gonna start again now, just because we've missed most of the parts here. Let's go here. Okay, so now starting from kickoff, let's see what we get up with. So I'm going to go for the boost, and obviously I'm going to push forward. Now whenever you go for the boost, you want to be pushing forward, because in that period of time you are the only guy in your team who gets 100 boosts if you send one man cheating, as we sent as George went cheating for the ball. Starting off, I'm just playing at the back. Zephinux with a decent chance there, unfortunately can't finish that one. You see the rotation coming in nicely. George went back there before. Let's show this again. So coming from this angle of my screen, you see Zephinux takes the shot. George on the left of my screen goes back, so I go for the ball now. Nice rotation by our team, but unfortunately, as Zephinux used his boost for the shot before and George went back, we had no follow-up for that cross. As you can see here, I'm staying on the opposite side of where they clear the ball, where I predict the ball to be. So let's look at this again. As you're going to see here, George is going to take the ball up the field, and Clint Sinclair is going to pass it to the right. That's the only option he had, so I predicted that. And unfortunately, my pass was not the best, and let's go to Zephinux here, if we can. Here we go. So as you can see, I'm there waiting. I should get in a better cross here, and that bounce kind of destroyed Zephinux, so we're going to hop back to me as I'm trying to defend this ball. You see that two people went for the ball. That is not very good at a high level, but we got away with it. And now we are pushing. As you see, George and Zeph going to the same corner. Once again, not that good in a high level gameplay, but even our opponents there, both of them went for the same ball, and you see their attack filtered out. So George is going to lead the push. Zeph is now going to go for the ball, and I'm going to follow him. Nice rotation from our team. My hit once again was not the best. It's important to get very good clears and boot that ball down when you're playing threes, and here's a good chance for me. As you can see, I did not take that well. Let's look at this again. George applying the pressure, both of the opposite team go for it. I had an empty net, but unfortunately I just did not generate enough power with my Octane Rainbow Swag car to get the ball. And now we're going to hop on here and see Zeph with a nice clear. The Batmobile, pretty good power, pretty good for clearing the ball. And as you can see, that is a terrible hit by me, but we're going to go to George here, who plays very well. He sees that I miss hit, so he's going to go up as fast as possible and stop them. Fortunately, the 50-50 goes their way. Zephinux tries to clear the ball, and Clint Sinclair there misses the ball. So overall, that all came from my terrible pass. As you can see there from Zeph, this was a very awkward ball to deal with. That was not the best of clear, because he hit straight in the middle. You want to try and hit those clears all the way to the side, but we get away with it, and Zeph here is going to do another nice clearance. I follow up quickly, and now here George should have been following, but sometimes when you have a lack of boost, you feel as if you're not going to get the ball. It's always best to go for the 50-50s when you don't have boost and you have a man back. As you can see here, we're kind of starring on board with Zeph. I'm going to come here and clear the ball. Clint Sinclair tries to predict it, but kind of fails it. George gets a nice clear. I rotate to the ball. Zeph rotates to goal. Good rotation from our team. Zeph gets the clear, but the blue team are piling the pressure. So how are we going to get out of this? George missing the ball, but so does Clint Sinclair. Easy fakes. As you see, I pass out to George. Unfortunately, he's not quick enough to get the ball. Aeon Hart on the wall. Miss hits it. I bump the player. But now look at all three of us are in an offensive position, and Clint Sinclair had a chance, which he did not take. George sets that down to me, and MX22 with the own goal. So let's see what happened there on MX's perspective. As you can see here, Aeon and Sinclair go for the ball. MX22 doesn't know where that ball is going. He only knows it's going into his half and towards the net. He has to get a touch. Unfortunately, he hits it into his own net. But we're not complaining. It's 1-0 to our team. Here, this time we go for the kickoff. That was a pretty bad kickoff on my behalf because I hit it with the bottom of the car. When going for kickoffs, you always want to hit the front of your car to the center of the ball to get the best kickoff. But it gave the blue team position here, as you see, and they were piling on the pressure early on. Going for it nice and early. George gets beaten there because he wasn't fast enough. Me and Zeph going for the same ball, going for the same clip, and luckily I am able to rotate back and save it. As you can see now, I saw Zeph with the ball on the side. I saw George moving forward. Let's go back here. As you see now, I don't have much boost. I know Zeph's on the wall and I see George going forward there. Just that like split second. That's enough for me to know to go and rotate back. And if you can see this in the distance, you'll see that Zeph actually takes the opponent's boost. And boost starving is such an important thing in threes. I cannot stress enough how important boost starving is. You can boost starve your opponents. You will have such a nice advantage over the other team because they will be limited in doing the aerials, the power clears that they have, and you can easily counter attack or you can easily break their defense when you have more boost. And we're going to hop on here and see this play by Aeon Hart, who, as I said, is a very good ones player. He's rocking the Roadhog XL. That was a pretty poor clear passing it to me, but he recovered as well, doing an awesome save there, I must say. Great individual skill. And we'll go back to that again. As you can see, he passes it straight to me, so his only option is to jump off the wall, which he perfectly does. But me and Zeph went for the same ball there once again, which, to be fair, we weren't using comms, so there were going to be a lot of chances. But when you get to a high enough level and you want to rank up in threes, comms is very, very important. Now we're going to see Zeph hit the ball. I'm just waiting for their clearance. Wasn't the best. Zeph's going to hit there. I'm going to follow up, and I am going to do the whiffiest shot of 2016. But as you can see, Zeph passes it to George straight. Good rotation from our team. Applying the pressure well. I see that George and Zeph are doing all the offensive work, so I just need to clear this, and I clear it nicely. Now, let's look at this one again. So when most people see the ball coming to their half, like at this pace, at this height, they're going to panic. They're going to try and do a funny aerial, and 9 times out of 10 you're just going to miss it. So often or not, the best thing to do is if it's just you in the thing, in your half dealing with this, then just wait and just try and clear it on the ground. There's no point trying to go for a fancy aerial save when you might mistake it. As you can see here, now I'm going to go back again. Great rotation here. Zeph goes, I get bumped, but George goes after. Zeph goes back in goal. I follow back as well. And now we have recovered nicely. As you can see, Aeon with the poor clear there. Zeph passes it to George, and George with the finish. Great rotation from our team. I'm going to hop on with Zeph first for this. So let's go all the way back here. As you can see, I do a pretty nice clip. Unfortunate bump there between them, but Zeph goes for it first. He sees George there, so he's going to go all the way back. Now he sees me there, so he's going to follow to the right of me, knowing that I'm going left. He goes for the ball and passes it perfectly to George. Let's look at that pass again. Exquisite to say the least. Gerrard-esque. And George, the cheeky bugger, is going to finish it in nicely and calmly. Let's look at this from George's view. Same play, same rotation. I get bumped, so George is like, I gotta clear this. Clears it nicely. MX22 with the whiff there. George gets it almost past Aeon Hart, but forces him to do a bad clear. Zeph passes it, and George, without even looking towards the goal, with a nice finish. No chance of the save there. And we're going to hop on back to me with my Wizard Rainbow car. George is going to go for the kickoff. I'm going to go for the boost, and so is Zeph. Now, this is a misplay, perhaps by one of me or Zeph. Most probably me. We're going to go back to the kickoff here. As you can see, I am the diagonal kickoff, as Zeph is the one back. Now, without comms, I wasn't able to tell Zeph to get in the goal. And we're going to see it from his angle. So, he's going to go for the boost. Now, he's going to push up, which is the right thing to do. But he should have realized the danger of MX22 there. Unfortunate on that respect. And I'm going to go back to me and see what I do wrong now. I'm going to go for the boost. I'm going to go forward, and I'm going to push up too high when I shouldn't have. I should have stayed back more. And that was a poor goal to concede, realistically. We're playing such good defense this game. Now we're going to hop on with, I believe, George. We're going to see from George's view how we defend this. As you can see, Zeph is the only one in goal, so he's going to go in goal. I'm going to go for the ball after Zeph's clear, and George is going to rotate back into the goal. Nicely played by us. As you can see, I went for it first, then Zeph couldn't get it, so George goes now. Unfortunately, he got beat. I rotate back and do the nice save. Zeph goes straight in goal, but I'm able to get the clear. Now we have 10 seconds to hang on. Zeph with a nice, beautiful clear. Now, that is what I mean when I say you have to do a good clear. This is just a perfect example. Top of the car, bottom of the ball, just blast it down in front of the net, make it awkward, waste of time, perfectly done. As you see, I went forward, now George goes next. George with a bit of a whiff there, to be fair, but there we go, and that's the victory for our team. Hope you guys enjoyed this analysis video. Tell me if you want more, tell me how I can improve these analysis videos, and yeah, thank you very much for listening, and see ya.